Well, I would say my journey is probably a lot more different than everybody else's. I went to school for business. Uh, Business wasn't really my thing, so I, you know, I tried a lot of things, and I was very lucky. I landed a job at a credit card processing company that handled PCI level 1 data, and that pretty much started me on my journey for towards my journey of like the love of security, the love of encryption, everything like that. But when I started with this new credit card company, it was a rough start. I actually knew nothing about programming, and I was able to learn how to program on the way. A lot of people that are CEH certified, a lot of them have a lot of background in IT. That is definitely not me. I basically went through the course because I was trying to actually learn how ethical hackers hacks to actually make my code as unhackable as possible. Being a PCI level 1 service provider, we find that we have to do a penetration test every single year, and by a third-party company. And part of it was, well, I had an interest to maybe be a penetration tester, but that kind of faded later on. But I went on basically to try to figure out what they were doing to help prevent people hacking the code that I was writing for my company to basically process credit card data. And actually, I had a little bit of a career change lately, which was very helpful. So I was at my previous company almost 10 years, and which is, I think, a long time to be at a company nowadays. And I left and I started a new job at a municipality company doing municipality software, and it's going really great. I think my CEH certification has helped me right along the way. I was thinking about this a little bit, and actually, I think what actually interested me about it was I used to go to the PCI conference every year just because part of my job was to sit at the conference every year. The conference is a lot of administrative stuff on credit card processing, but also there's a lot of stuff to do with computer security and whatnot. And I would hear these speakers speak at these meetings, and they would have a list of their certifications by their name and like the pamphlet. You'd see CISSP, you see CEH, and I was like, well, if these CIOs, CTOs are listing this on their title page, I was thinking, this is probably something I need to do. So it's kind of pushed me on a journey to get the CEH, which I have, and then still waiting on to finish up the CISSP. Well, I mean, it has definitely benefited indirectly. I mean, I think a lot of people that go into the CEH are in the program, to become pen testers, and I know that there are higher levels of in EC Council to get higher level penetration tester certificates. But it's benefited me in the sense of a lot of people come to me and kind of see me as a security expert, and a lot of people ask me, can you give me some notes on the program that I'm writing, and is it secure enough and whatnot? And I go right back to my CEH background here, and I pull out Metasploit, and just start testing the basics, open ports, stuff like that, it was very beneficial to kind of see from the outside, people looking into my code, what they saw, what they were thinking, that was, I mean, it's been very beneficial. Well, I would say that I think that definitely like high level like CIOs, CTOs definitely know the certification, but I think unless you're working with something very secure like credit card data or personal identity data, I think that not many people have actually heard about it. And they always ask me what CEH is. A lot of people, and it happened to me just recently when I started my new job last year. A lot of people asked me about it, as part of my interview. But then you do get people that actually know about it, and they're usually overly impressed and want to talk to you more about it. Well, I don't know if CEH got me a higher pay or promotion, but I would definitely say that like it's kind of like pushed me into a specialization. I think the IT world is so vast. I mean, like you can specialize in almost anything, and the problem is like if you don't specialize, I think that it's very, very hard to find a job, people want you to understand their programming stack or, the security models that they use. And, if you don't specialize in something, you don't really set yourself apart. CEH has definitely pushed me more into the security realm which is really where I love. I think my biggest passion is like secure architecture. So, CEH has given me the ability to approach it from the other direction, like who is hacking my programs, and then attempting to mitigate it in the architecture and the coding and the IT portion of it. It's been very beneficial in that way. It has definitely, impacted me in the sense of, it's been beneficial to my job. It's been a big push into a direction of security. I think, it opens up a whole new world that I think we overlook. We just think that the world of the internet is just secure, and we should be safe with whatever we do. And I think the CEH really promotes that, you need to be careful, you need to question things. Not everything is the best solution. You can't rely on everything. And I think it's very impactful to really really opens you up to the world that our world is a lot more insecure than we actually think. I haven't been able to give back yet in the way that I've wanted to. I feel it's on the horizon. The only thing that I can really point to is I ran into a doctor one day that had ransomware. And just because of my connections and my understanding of security, I was able to point him into a direction of somebody that could actually help him with, decrypting his data and ransomware. He's one of these people that, never relied on backups, thought his data was going to be safe. I think that we live in a world where ransomware is a real problem. And I really think that that it's going to happen more, and it's a lot of the data is almost unrecoverable. The last couple of big ransomware problems have actually been the company has actually had to pay for their data back. hundreds of thousands and even millions of dollars. So I think, I would say that for right now, that's the only way I've given back. I'd like to do more, but sometimes when you want to pursue a career and stuff, sometimes the career overlooks the ability to give back, at least for the time being. Well, I think that, I think we all live in a world, that, where we're kind of allured by the idea of like hacking and, and whatnot. I think we see it in movies, kids are mesmerized by it. And, I think, my favorite part was like really understanding how to actually do it. I mean, like so many people joke about it, think it's very, very, very cool or whatnot to say that they hacked something and whatnot. But, to actually get your hands on it and really do it the way that it was intended to and whatnot was a pretty interesting thing. So. Well, I think I would definitely say I benefited. They've offered a good program, and definitely something that everybody wants to do. But I think also they need to offer it in more classroom settings, and rather than just online. It's not offered in as many places as I would hope. I don't actually run into it in a lot of certification companies and whatnot. I was very I was able to do my CEH certification through a company called Certification Camps, which they only offer one EC Council certification, and it would be nice if they offered more. The EC Council's certified encryption specialist has been on my radar a bit, and I think, sometimes like I don't have time to, being a grown up, having a family and whatnot. Sometimes I don't have time to, study at home or for the certification exams. I think what has helped me is maybe I used to go to an actual physical location where I can just shut off everything and study. I think maybe offering more than just virtual trainings would be good, to partner up with more people, get more trainings locally. Even if it's once a year, I think people would wait and do it all once a year in one location, one city, but in cities that people don't have to travel too far. So.